Section 3 Basics of Electricals. Lecture number 1 Ohm's Law and Kirchhoff's Law. Learning objectives of lecture number 1. Learner should able to understand phenomenon of AC and DC voltage. Learner should able to understand concept of Ohm's law. Learner should able to understand Kirchhoff's current and voltage law. AC and DC voltage. Basically, AC is a alternating current. Alternating current describes the flow of charge that changes direction periodically. The sinusoidal curve which we are using is a curve of AC or alternating current. As a result, the voltage level also reverses along with the current. AC is used to deliver power to houses and office building. This curve which is showing, this is a sine curve. In this, the voltage is getting increased and up to decrease up to this level. Plus minus direction. This curve is an alternating current. It changes its direction periodically, therefore it is called as alternating. Direct current DC. DC defines as the unidirectional flow of current. Current only flows in one direction. Voltage and current can vary over time so long as the direction of flow does not change. As we see in this diagram, at a constant voltage, the flow is constant basically. Therefore, it is called as a direct current. The lower voltages or the batteries and the solar panels generate the electricity in terms of direct current. And the home appliances which we are running, that is the alternating current. Ohm's law. Ohm's law is nothing but the V is equals to IR. It means V is the voltage, I is the current, and R is the resistors. So the voltage is equal to current multiplied by the resistance. Ohm's law states the relationship between the voltage, current, and resistance. According to this law, the amount of electricity passing through a conductor between the 2 points in a circuit is directly proportional to the voltage across the 2 points for particular temperature. As we see in this animation, the battery which we are using, this is nothing but the potential difference or the driving force which we are applying. This current or these electrons were flowing. This battery is responsible for a potential difference. This is a term as a voltage. Due to this, the current is flowing. This structure is nothing but the resistor which opposes the flow of an electron. Therefore, the voltage we need to apply for a circuit, it depends upon the current with which it is flowing and multiplied by the resistance of the conductor which is offering. Simply V is equals to IR is the Ohm's law. In this circuit, we are applying the battery over here, plus and minus terminals. Through this potential difference, the electrons is getting flown. The resistors offering the resistance to flow of an electron, and then again it is flowing. When we are using the number of resistors in the circuit, the power will be getting lost in some percentage. Kirchhoff's current law or KCL. Total current or charge entering a junction or node is exactly equal to the charge leaving the node. Basically, whatever amount of electrical current is flowing through a node, that the same electrical current should be reverted back by the circuit. This is nothing but the total amount of current is coming is equal to total amount of current is leaving. As it has no other place to go except to leave, because at the node point there is no place to go for a current, therefore it has to leave to stabilize a circuit. As the no charge is lost within the node, so whatever amount of current or charge is coming the node, same amount is getting leaving, so there will be the no charge loss at the node position basically. In other words, if we say the algebraic sum of all the currents entering and the leaving the node must be equal to 0. In short, the I existing, that is the current leaving plus current entering, is equal to 0 at a node point. In this circuit diagram, we have shown I1, I2, I3 current is entering at the node point and I4 and I5 current is leaving from the node point. So we are taking here it as minus. So by addition or sum of this whole is nothing but the 0. Kirchhoff's voltage law or KVL. In any closed loop network, the total voltage around the loop is equal to sum of all the voltage drop within the same loop. Basically, when we say, in other words, the algebraic sum of all voltages within the loop must be equal to 0. Let's say we take this example. From this A, B, C, D, a current is getting flowed. R. These are the resistors which we are connecting to the each line. Let's say from A to B, the VAB voltage is flowing. B to C, the VBC voltage is flowing. From C to D, there is a VCD voltage is flowing. And A to D, there is a DA voltage is flowing. So the total amount of voltage which are flowing through is exactly equal to 0. In short, the summation of voltage inside a loop is equal to 0. When we see this circuit, the circuit having the battery capacity of 12 volt. So when we are applying the 1 ohm resistance, that time a minus 2 volt potential is needed. When we are applying the 2 ohm, that time minus 4 volt potential is needed. When we are applying the 3 ohm, that time the minus 6 potential is needed. So minus 2, minus 4 and minus 6 is minus 12, and we are applying the positive 12. So addition of all the voltages across the circuit is equal to 0. In short, the algebraic sum of all the voltages within the loop must be equal to 0.